Welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over PDF generation functions. I'm currently in a PDF generator template. If you watch the previous videos, you see how we configure this template. This template is based on an actual PDF document that we uploaded. We added a text box to page 1 of this document. We connected this text box to some data in our application. So we have a field called message that we initialized with some random text, placeholder text, and that's what you see right here. When we generate a document, of course, a data-driven PDF generation process, our goal will be to change the contents of our text box. So if we did not change the contents of our text box, then when this document is generated, you would see the exact same text as we have here called placeholder text. But if we were to, generate it with different data mapped to the message field, then it would be reflected. And when our PDF is generated, this text will be part of the new PDF document. So in order to generate a document, we obviously have to write a function. Before that is done, we need to configure our template and we need to deploy our template. Now we head over to the function builder. And we're going to create a new function. We're going to call that function PDF data generation test. We're going to say this is to test PDF generation. Create. We're going to give our function a workflow called logic. We're going to add a function step. We're just going to search for PDF. As you can see, there is a generate browser PDF. This is what you use if you wanted to generate a PDF on the browser. In our case, we're generating the PDF programmatically, and we're going to use the generate server PDF. So we're just going to call this PDF doc. So what are the fields in our function? First, we have the PDF generator template ID. So I'm just going to come over here and jump into the PDF generator and grab the template ID. So I'm going to hard code this in this example. You can programmatically or dynamically pass it in using parameters. You can watch the function builder tutorial series to learn how to use functions. And here we can basically configure the data that is going to be used to generate our documents. If you remember, we only had one field called message. I could do this using our no-code user interface, or I could just switch the code and accomplish the exact same thing. Let's say message. We're just going to put a random text here. We're going to say bright sunny day. That's it. You can configure or connect your file storage service. Now, obviously, documents are generated in real time. The whole idea of PDF generating documents programmatically is to generate it for just-in-time use. So generating a document to be sent in an email, generating a document to be downloaded, whatever the case may be. Now, these documents are going to be saved on the Inhouz Cloud platform, but of course, they're going to be saved for a very short amount of time, maybe a week, maybe a month, depending on your plan. If you wanted to save these documents on your own servers, all you need to do is connect your file storage service. You can, of course, give this document a name, and of course, you can set the file key. So file storage services, if you watch the file storage service tutorial series, this is AWS S3, Google Cloud Storage, Azure Blob storage containers. And there's a whole tutorial series on file storage services and how to work with them. You can connect your file storage service and generate these documents and save them on your own servers. We're not going to do that in this example. In the next function step, we are going to then console log the response. Switch to code. I'm going to say PDF doc, and I'm just going to say variable.pdf doc. And we use the variable keyword because, or the variable prefix, because it is a variable, and whatever is generated here is stored in our PDF doc variable namespace. All right, so because we're using console logs, you probably guessed it, we're testing this on the browser. You could equally test this using an automation where you basically generate this document and maybe save it in a database, or you can test this using an API, and then you could return the response or the contents of PDF doc. In our case, we're just gonna test this using the browser on the client side, and we're just gonna console log the response. We're gonna save this, and we are going to deploy our function. Now I'm gonna switch over to the app builder. I have a demo application that I can use. So here we're gonna just ignore everything we see. We're just gonna focus on this button. I'm gonna go over here to the events, to the on-click events. I am going to find my PDF generation test function and select it. I'm gonna open up the console because we are console logging the response. And then I'm gonna go ahead and click on generate on the button. As you can see, there's a network request to start the document generation. Now, the document generation duration is going to depend on how massive your document is. If you have a 1-pager or 2-pager, it might take a few seconds. If you have a 100-pager, then of course, it might take a minute or longer. All right, so this is done. If I go back to the console, we can see our generated document response. So our response includes the base64 text, the document's ID, the document's name, which in this case was auto-generated because we did not provide one, the file key, the PDF generator template ID, and the static file ID. So that is it. This is what you get back. And if you are trying to do something, maybe you're trying to display this on the user interface, you're trying to save this to a database, maybe you're trying to upload this to your file storage server, whatever the case may be, or send it in an email, you have pretty much all the things that you need in order to proceed with whatever use case that you are trying to accomplish using this programmatic PDF generation. Now I could copy that PDF, that base64, and try to view it in the browser. Or I could just go back over here to my generated documents. And because we did this in the app builder, it is the development environment. I can switch to the development environment, and I can see the document that we just generated not too long ago. If I view it, as you can see, our placeholder text was changed to bright sunny day as we have it in our function. Bright sunny day. So we overrode the existing key and we pretty much generated the documents. If you were to take that base64 and toss it into the browser, toss it into a PDF viewer, you would indeed see these PDF documents that was generated. And you can always come in here and take a look at all the documents that are being generated. This is perfect for compliance. If you wanted to download this document, you could. It's pretty cool. Bright sunny day. So there you have it. We have programmatically generated a document. Of course, we used a function. We used the generate server PDF function step. In our case, in this test, we did it on the browser using one of our random demo applications. This could easily be used in an API. And of course, we just return our PDF doc, right? Or you can use this in an automation where you save it to a database. The possibilities are endless. All right. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one.